welcome to another episode of the Hanukkah Erotica Book Club. I'm Raizel, and I'm joined by my co-host and stepsister, Malya. Hi, Mal.
Hello. Good evening.
I'm laughing because William just rushed us to start recording.
We got to get to it.
So normally we shoot the shit for a few minutes before we start recording, which to our listeners might sound surprising since that's what we do for the first 30 minutes of the episodes also, but we do chat a little before, but not tonight.
No. Tonight, it's a late night. We gotta dive right in. It's funny because like the last episode, we basically spent like an hour shooting the shit and then sort of threw the book in at the end. And my mom, who's a listener, was like 45 minutes in, I was like, this is fun, but am I listening to the right thing? Like she was like, is this
People liked it.
People loved it, but I it was an epic catch-up session.
It was.
Which was great.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. It was very fun, and I'm really glad our listeners enjoyed it.
Totally.
Is this the wrong episode?
No.
What's going on?
Well, one noteworthy thing is that our mutual friend and a frequent topic on this podcast, Daniela,
Yes.
is in Park Slope daily now for a temporary work gig. So I think we should take advantage of that and have her come here and be a guest one night on this podcast.
You know, I thought you were maybe going to surprise me with that. Is she here right now?
No, she's not. That would be really fun.
Okay.
That would have been a really good surprise. It didn't even occur to me.
I thought it might be a surprise, and that would be really exciting.
Right. She was here yesterday.
No, I know. I know.
Oh.
Because she knew I had a migraine.
Yes. She knew you had a migraine. Right. William was like, let's just get her on right now. But then the migraine thing kind of threw that off.
Yes. Okay. So we'll take advantage and we'll get her on the pod.
Yeah.
While she's still in Park Slope.
Yes.
William's
Daniela,
just whispering. We hear you.
William played her in our apartment while she was here. The portion of the last episode where we talked about her with the Seder, where we played Seltzer Emergency, our whole Seltzer segment. So she got that warmed her up. Like,
good.
She was like, okay, I'm already a character here. I need to join in.
Okay, she does need to join in, and also I actually think that towards the end of this episode I'm going to pitch to you our next book, and I think that she should read some of it with us and actually really dive in.
Okay, great.
For our next episode.
I felt like coming on, easy sell. Reading the book before coming on, less of an easy sell.
I guarantee you that she's going to like this.
Okay, great.
But Mal, I have to change headphones because even though William just complimented mine, they weren't charged enough. So either I could change them right now or change them in 10% when they go.
I think just change them now.
Okay, hold on.
These are the pink, the Binny's headphones. Nice.
These are also good. These aren't Binny's. These are mine.
Oh.
But they're good. Okay. We've been through a lot of different headphones together on this journey, but we have.
Here we are.
Daniela's going to join. She's going to read. I'm telling you, she'll read parts of this book, but you'll understand more, I think, when I get to it.
Okay, great.
Any other things to catch up on?
Well, the other thing I was going to say, I was going to pitch this to you in advance, but then I figured just discuss it here, which is I'm going to Boston for work for like a day. And I remember you said that there was a new romance novel bookstore that opened in like Harvard Square.
Mm-hmm.
And I Googled it and it's like 7 minutes walk from the place where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I thought I should go and like maybe go live on our Instagram or at least like film something or something.
Yes, love that.
For our
got it.
community, for our community here.
You got it. You got it.
Okay. Great. So I'll be doing that.
Love Struck Books.
Love Struck Books looks very cute. I just looked it up today.
So cute. Yeah, you got to do it.
Okay. Yeah, it looks kind of like the Cambridge version of the Rip Bodice,
Yes.
basically. So I'll be investigating that. See if they have any of the books with stock, any of the books we've read,
Yeah.
etc. Check
Can't
out
wait.
the merch.
I have a huge update.
Oh,
We inspired Dahlia Adler's new book.
are you serious?
I
What do you
swear.
mean?
She posted something on Instagram about a new book.
Okay.
And I wrote, can't wait. And then she wrote, hang on.
Oh my God.
At some point, I have to tell you how you fully inspired book 2, 3 words, Orthodox Sleepaway Camp.
No.
Yeah. So she's been writing a few
Oh.
books.
My God.
I know.
That's insane.
It's insane because also, look, we've read so many books and so many of them I've really loved, but like, I still don't think there's any book I've loved more than Going by Coastal.
No, that's my go-to recommendation whenever people are like, what book do you recommend? That's the first one that always pops up.
Yeah. We
That's crazy.
I know.
And that's so great because Orthodox Sleepaway Camp. Oh my God.
Well, the book that she posted about that I was so excited about is called Soon by You, and it says Sydney Taylor Honor, author of Going by Coastal, Dahlia Adler, Soon by You, the author's adult debut in modern Orthodox Jewish rom-com in which sparks fly between a perpetual bridesmaid with no interest in settling down and a wedding singer gone viral who's given up on love, but both are unsure if this can ever be more than a fling when everyone in their community is so sure they're wrong for each other. Pitched as Nobody Wants This meets 27 Dresses to Vicky Lamont Griffin in a good deal at auction at a 2-book deal. So book 2 of this deal is inspired by us, Orthodox Sleepaway Camp, for publication in spring 2026 and spring 2027, blah, 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 blah. So she just like signed a book deal, and this was the report. A 2-book deal. She signed a 2-book deal.
Well, that first one sounds amazing.
Yeah, I know. Soon by You sounds amazing. I cannot wait.
So fun.
And
Wow.
the second one takes place in an Orthodox Jewish sleepaway camp inspired by us.
That I'm speechless. That
I
is
know.
insane.
I know.
Wow. What a shot in the arm. Holy moly.
Amazing.
That's really touching. I
moved.
don't know. I'm moved. It's this and Jonah Blatt selfies in Europe are competing for my emotional highs of the month or lows. I don't know.
I'm really so psyched. I also
Wow.
I can't wait to read her next books. You know, it's like I can't wait.
Of course. Wait, so this is the next one though is that one that you just read about.
I actually think there's something coming out sooner, but I saw something about that a little while ago, and I couldn't tell if it was Jewish or not.
Okay.
Well,
that's very exciting.
Oh no, it definitely is. It's 13 Festive Holiday Stories to Celebrate All Seasons by Dahlia Adler, coming September 2nd, is called For the Rest of Us. It's a YA holiday anthology.
Oh, that sounds cute. So I wonder if it'll be kind of like multicultural.
Maybe. And that's, yeah, I think it might be. That's September 2nd for the rest of us. Then, oh, okay, coming out this month, May 27th, is Come As You Are. She's Not Very Good at Being Bad. That was the book that I wasn't sure if it was Jewish, Come As You Are. I'll look into that.
Okay, interesting. Wow, she's churning them out. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm. And Dahlia Adler, if I remember correctly, like, had a day job and kids.
That's what I remember you saying originally. Can that still be true? That just seems insane.
I don't know. We should ask her. Dahlia, are you listening? Here, this is what Come As You Are. It's, should we read the description and see if it's Jewish?
Yeah.
She's not very good at being bad. Hot on the heels of a broken heart, Everett Evie Riley arrives at Camden Academy ready for a new beginning. One far away from her cheating ex-boyfriend, the sister who stole him, and the best friend who let it happen. But her fresh start is stopped in its tracks when she's accidentally placed in an all-boys dorm with no choice but to stay. When rumors and gossip about Evie's housing predicament spread like wildfire, she decides the only way to survive is to lean into her questionable new reputation. But she's definitely going to require help. Her grumpy, emo dorm mate, Salem Grayson. These names are very not Jewish.
No, it sounds like Gossip Girl to me.
I don't think it's Jewish.
Yeah.
I could
Sounds
be wrong,
cute,
but I feel
though.
like I've heard enough.
Yeah, it's not Jewish. Salem Grayson, no.
And Everett Evie Riley.
Right. Like I said, they're like Gossip Girl names.
Yes. It looks good. I'm going to read it, but I don't think we will read it for the pod. But then, soon by you and the Orthodox Sleepaway Camp, I mean, say less, really. Just can't believe it.
Yeah.
Amazing. So I had to tell you that we inspired Dahlia Adler's spring 2027 release.
That's nuts. Okay.
Yeah.
Never getting over that.
No. And that was my major news for us here today.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
That does it.
Yeah. Any seltzer updates to share?
No, I don't think so. I've just been leaning into the. Oh, you know what? Actually, I've been going to the Chabad rabbis. His wife and daughter have been teaching like a Pirkei Avot class on Saturday afternoons that I've been going to, and they have Poland Spring flavored seltzer.
Very good.
Which I haven't really ever.
Discussed it at work today. Very
crisp.
Did
you?
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. I've never really sampled it before the Chabad turned me on to it. But
Raspberry lime we discussed today. What have you had that one?
Oh. I don't know if I've had Poland Spring raspberry lime. No. I had the black cherry one this past weekend.
You were going to say
very
black
good.
cherry.
Yeah.
Crisp seltzer. That Poland Spring seltzer.
It was excellent. Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah, never would have thought to sample it, but I'm glad I have.
I had a good Spindrift that was like a iced tea lemon one that tastes like an Arnold Palmer. So good. That was delicious. I had that today. Yeah, that was yum. Yep.
Oh, you know what I forgot about this until you just said Spindrift, but I went to a 2-year-old birthday party and they had the Spindrifts with alcohol in them.
Oh.
Have you ever had that?
No.
Apparently there's Spindrifts with alcohol, and I was like, this will get me through this 2-year-old birthday party. So I cracked one open, and it was pretty good. I'm not so into hard alcohol, so I didn't drink the whole thing, but it was fun. I liked it. It was tasty.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Seltzer segment is over.
Yeah.
Taste that crisp Poland Spring, folks, though. It is good.
I recommend it. They're smaller bottles. That's why, I don't know, maybe it's a less appealing sell to me, but I like it.
Well, do you feel like it's not a single serving bottle? It's like something in between?
It's like not a single serving bottle, but it feels smaller than the typical, like, whatever those, like, what is that, like a liter. It's less than a liter, but more than a single serving, so it just feels sort of like.
So you put it in the flimsy cup?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
I put it in the flimsy cup, filled up several times. I had several flimsy cups full.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they were great.
Okay, so should we dive in? Oh, yeah,
well,
please.
just one thing in our Park Slope Street Finds segment, noteworthy, is that William came home from, I don't know, picking up a kid or something, and he was like, look what I found, and he was holding a lab coat, like a white lab coat, and it had the name Jared, like, embroidered on the, like a mechanic's outfit would have, but a lab coat. And I was like, great. And then he was like, our friend Jared, who's this guy who we know lives in Crown Heights, he was like, he's totally gonna want this. I'm gonna message him. And I was like, okay. Meanwhile, next day I see on the Google Calendar, Jared to come to pick up lab coat. Jared came from Crown Heights, got the lab coat, took it on his way.
Do you think Jared wants it for like a Purim costume? What's he doing with it?
Jared? I don't know. He might want it for a Purim. It's a good Purim. It's just like if somebody finds a lab coat with Jared embroidered on it and your name is Jared and they write to you, how could you pass it up? You never know. You never know when it might come in handy. He's a polyglot, William's reminding me. He's like, he speaks many languages and he teaches languages. So, he's marching to the beat of his own drum.
How do you know Jared?
I think just the Jewish community, like mutual friends. He's just on the scene, on the Brooklyn scene. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's now going to be on the scene in a lab coat, a used lab coat.
A used lab coat with his name embroidered on it. I mean, you know. Right.
Listen, this is the
Brand
same
new. It was
thing as
brand new.
when in like the parent group, someone's like, anyone out there named Rory? I'm done with this gorgeous denim jacket with Rory and patches, and I'd love it to go to another Rory who might want this denim jacket. It's that.
Totally. I see that all the
It's
time.
that for middle-aged men, and I like it.
Middle-aged men. What if I fill their like latent lab coat fantasies? I don't know what those are exactly. Right. Because you know there's another Rory's mom who's jumping on that.
Of course, sometimes I'll even like share that kind of a post with someone I know if I know a parent of a Rory.
Yeah, of course. Why
You
not?
know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's nice.
Totally.
A little stool with your kid's name on it that you could just
Oh, the
get.
ones that have like the blot, like the
Yeah.
puzzle letters. Yeah, those are
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
That's nice. Give yours away.
Yeah, yeah. You got to
know.
jump on that.
Lovely, lovely.
It's very nice. Community. So there's our, we've gone through all the segments now, I
We
think.
have Jonah Plaza at a Hadassah, no, at a UJA event.
Good.
Speaking
Good.
tonight, somebody I know is there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep, yep,
Live Jonah Platt sightings.
yep. And big Jewish event happening in Binny's life this week.
Oh, what?
The third grade Shabbat, she receives her Siddur,
Oh,
and the Siddur had to be personalized.
sure.
You know about this? You have to
No.
make the cover.
You have to make the cover?
Well, they said something about if you want to pick up any art supplies like puffy painter stuff, you can come pick up art supplies to decorate the cover of your kid's sitter. But then they sent photos attached to the email of examples of people's sitters that they've made, and they were not made by themselves. It's like they got them custom made and ironed on.
Oh, like you hire somebody to make
Yes,
your
because
kids?
there's no way I could make I don't have a Cricut machine.
What's a Cricut machine? You're speaking
Okay,
in a
come
language.
on, Park Slope Mom. Okay, do you know anything that says any kid's name on it? Like if you have, a water bottle. Have a personalized water bottle that you would get on Etsy? Or
Sure.
like any sort of vinyl stencil cutout thing that's ironed on, that's on a backpack or not embroidered, okay?
Yeah,
And
I
not
thought-
patches, the other thing, the
They're
sticker
like
thing
decal.
that's on.
I thought those were like decals.
Yes, but a machine called a Cricut makes them. So anyone who's selling that stuff on Etsy has that machine, and it prints out letters or any other design, and then you can either stick it on because you print it on a sticker, or you iron it on because you do it. It's like all different materials, usually vinyl.
Okay.
So all those vendors who do all that stuff have that machine. Then a lot of random crafty people just buy it themselves and just start putting names on all their shit.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's called a Cricut. Now you're
Cool.
going to hear about it and see about it.
I'm sure I will. This is
Also,
one of those
this is-
things, right?
And it's one of those things also that, like, because our phones are listening to us, you're just going to like start seeing ads.
I'm gonna get ads for used crickets, right?
Yes,
Maybe
yes.
William will find a cricket
That would be sick.
on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule it out.
Anyway,
Wait, so
there's
you're saying you have to you feel pressure to get a cricket or hire someone with a cricket?
Yes, I did the opposite of getting one, but yes, I asked the person who I know who like made iron-on things of like hats and shirts we got made for Binny's cheer team to design something for me to iron on to press onto her sitter cover. And now she's gonna have this personalized sitter cover with her name and some cute little pictures and her name in Hebrew. This is now her sitter for life.
Great. That sounds very nice.
Yeah. I have to write an inscription on the inside and then read it. And also the craziest part of this whole thing is if it is not raining, I will not be at the third grade Shabbat.
If it is
If
not
it's raining, I will, because my work Shabbat is that night. Like my all school Shabbat for work is the same night as the third grade Shabbat at the shul.
Got it.
If it's raining, I'll be there. But otherwise, Mitchie's just reading whatever I write in the sitter.
Listen, this is the life of a working parent.
That is what it is.
You got to
It is what-
tag
You work
team.
in the Jewish community.
Totally.
You're in a Jewish community. She totally gets it. She's like, I really hope it rains, but she understands. If it's raining, if it's not raining, I am not there.
Got it. Okay. I'm sure it'll be lovely either way. And it's very nice that you made her Siddur so special.
I really hope she likes it.
I'm sure.
There was some confusion about which way to iron it on because of the backwards nature of the when you open a sitter.
Sure. Right. Confusing. Wait, is her name in English and in Hebrew or just in English?
Oh, her name in English and her name in Hebrew's on it. And also, the sitter opens right to left, so it needs to be ironed on appropriately.
Got it.
A little risky, but
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so you ironed it on?
No, the person who's making it has the piece of fabric, has the book cover.
I see. So you're just going to slip it on over the Siddur.
Yes.
Wow. This is out of my league completely.
I know. But that's why they were like, if you want to pick up fabric markers, here's some examples of things other people did. And I was like, these people didn't do this with the fabric marker.
I see. Yeah. I would be like giving that fabric marker to my kid.
Make your own
Write your
sitter.
name. Go for it. Draw a flower.
I'm pretty excited. Okay. I think that's it for Jewish events.
I'm excited to dive into this book. Speaking of Jewish events.
Oh my God. Okay. So we read Trial Run by S.M. Levine, which is the first in a series called The Well Space.
Right.
And I can't wait to talk to you about it.
Great. Me too.
S.M. Levine had reached out to us.
Very nice of her.
With an advanced reader copy.
Yes.
Which expired because we didn't read it in time. But we didn't know. We don't know. We're new. We're newbies.
Yeah, I had no idea they expired. I don't know anything about it. By the way, unlike there was another one we got where we couldn't figure out how to get it onto our Kindle. This one went on to, yes, this one went on to Kindle no problem.
Yeah.
So
do that, everyone else.
That was great. Exactly. Why not? Right. I don't get it.
Yeah, do that. So that went on really well. Also, love the cover. Also, I want to say this. This is self-published. I could never, I am very impressed by all these self-published authors.
Totally. It's amazing. They write a full book.
It's a full book.
It's really a labor of love.
It's a full book.
It's very impressive.
I can't believe it. Also, I love the cover art.
Yes.
It's like flowers and the petals are peeled up, like he loves me not kind of flowers, mess of flowers. I like it.
Right.
Because we have a florist in the mix in Trial Run. Okay.
Right.
We have a
therapist.
We have a therapist named Ben who is suffering from anxiety, agoraphobia, and panic attacks.
Yes.
Right? Ben's suffering from those things.
Yes.
Ben has not been out of his house in a month.
Right.
He owns a therapy practice called the Well Space.
Yes.
But he has not been there IRL in 4 weeks.
Right. He's doing all his sessions virtually.
He's doing all his sessions virtually because he cannot leave the house because of his panic attacks, generalized anxiety disorder, and agoraphobia.
Yes.
I have a hot take.
Okay.
I hate when people are like, you know who the craziest people are? Therapists. Therapists are crazier than everyone else. I hate when people say that because I don't think it's true at all. I think if you were to say that about any profession, it would be the case because all people are just bananas and people are just looking at therapists under a microscope. But if they were like, you know who the craziest are? Reality TV stars. Yeah, no shit. They literally are the craziest. Therapists aren't any crazier than, and if you were like, you know who's bananas and who has more anxiety than anyone I know, and just name a profession. I don't think therapists are any worse off.
No, I agree totally.
But
it's just because they're selling,
that.
but they're selling mental wellness. So when they exhibit signs of mental unwellness, it feels exaggerated.
Well, in this book, it certainly is.
So you're saying you didn't like the idea of the therapist who's secretly crazy?
No, I didn't mind it at all. I just think that everyone in conversation in the world, society is always like, you know who the craziest group of people are? Therapists. They're crazier. I don't like that. I didn't mind it in the book. He's like anyone else who had panic attacks and generalized anxiety. It's fine.
Totally. And that was kind of the point in the book was he's just a human being like anyone else. And actually everyone welcomes knowing that. You don't need right. Totally.
No.
Did you ever see the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where Larry runs into his therapist at the beach and the therapist is wearing the thong bathing suit and he's like, I have to end it with him. I have to terminate.
Yes.
That was so fun. So I mean, that's a reason to terminate. But somebody, having just real life problems like everyone else, that seems if
Do you remember
anything.
when I accidentally saw my therapist on a dating website and he said
Yes.
something, he said a few cringe things and I was like,
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
yeah. Ugh,
Right.
I
Eek.
wish I forgot about that.
But listen,
So
he was
yeah.
just, do you look back on that and think like he was just a human like everyone else? Like, what's wrong with seeing him on a dating website?
No, nothing. I just, found him to be cringe, but nothing was wrong.
Right.
Yeah. Cringe to date. Great as a therapist. He helped me tons.
Right, but you weren't going to date him.
I wasn't going to date him, but he was just once I saw that he was, liking writing and playing tunes, I was like, got the heebie-jeebies.
Right. I hear you.
But yeah, great therapist. And I wasn't going to date him and didn't.
Right. Good.
No, mm-mm. Okay, so, okay. He's helping all of his clients. He seems like he's a good therapist.
He's not just
Nice
a good
guy.
therapist. He's like a celebrated therapist. Like he's written books. He's been on national television. I think you're supposed to think he's like a renowned therapist.
Yes, you're right about that. But here's the thing, like, we knew that because we knew that he's like been on daytime talk shows and all of that, and he's the owner of this company. But like, I couldn't get a sense of like, I don't. There's something about like I couldn't picture him.
Hmm.
Like maybe this isn't fair, but like, was he like a little like nebbishy? Like I don't know where the I couldn't get a sense, but maybe that's not fair because like maybe that's like the agoraphobia is making me like have this perception of him, which is not fair.
Oh, see, if anything, I felt like the opposite, which is that like when you say like therapist who's agoraphobic and hasn't left the house in a month, I imagine like a nebbishy kind of type. But I felt like the author went out of their way to paint him as not nebbishy, like very handsome, very athletic, like
Yes, he was always going like he was working out a lot.
worked out a lot, very sporty, like also like wealthy, like sort of had the fine things, like a beautiful, you imagine like a beautiful home, very like well kept, a lot of professionals there to like clean and make everything look nice. Like it didn't, it kind of made him seem like like sort of like an alpha man who just happened to have agoraphobia,
Right.
which that was what like, I don't know, I felt like it was like, that was weird. So maybe that's why I couldn't quite put a finger on him because it felt like he was like a person who would never exist in the real world.
Right. And also, let me ask you this. Where do you think this book took place?
Oh, I know where it took place.
Where?
It said it. It was like Kansas City or St.
It
Louis or
felt
something
so
like that.
random to me, and I could not put my finger on it at all. And I read it twice and still don't know. But like, I was like, where's a place that has these houses and these people just living in houses like this? Like, why do I get like that? I don't know.
No, it did.
I don't know.
It was like it was very middle America-y, I thought.
Anyway, he's at home. The doorbell rings. Panic ensues. Who's at the door? Nell.
Now, the
A
heroine.
flower delivery person.
Yep.
Not a florist, just the delivery person for a florist.
Yes.
She makes a big ass mess.
Right. She drops the flowers.
She
Everything
drops the vase.
shatters.
They weren't for him anyway.
Right. It was a mistake.
He's drawn to her. He has a full panic attack. Sorry, I'm yawning. It's super late.
Yeah, he has a panic attack because he has to step out on his porch and he hasn't been outside and it's all too much.
It's too much.
Yeah.
However she responds is something, it touches him in some way.
Right.
She's like very kind to him.
Yes. She's like very supportive through the panic attack.
Also, he like sees that there's like a boy in the delivery van out of the corner of his eye. He doesn't know what's going on there.
Right.
TLDR, he sends a $500 tip or something to the florist the next day and then comes up with this whole plan.
Oh, because she bursts out also to him that like she's in the middle of like, she's like, I see you're having trouble. I'm also having trouble. I'm like about to be evicted. I'm a single mom. I can't afford my rent. I need another job. I don't know what to do. Like,
right.
and then she's like, sorry, I said too much. Bye.
The oversharing in this book is so intense. And also All this book is dialogue. They talk so much. This entire book is just everyone talking the whole time.
Yes. Well, I feel like a lot of these indie romances are like that.
A lot of conversation.
Conversation and then like a sex scene. The end.
This book's different. It's like these characters are different than anything we've read. And I've also read a lot of like regular romance, like not just Jewish romance. Like these characters are different. Like they work in different fields. Like there is something about them that, like, of course, there's single mom tropes for sure. And there's an age gap, reverse age gap. But like there is something different about like this like mental health thing and this therapy. Like I like it. I think it's interesting and different.
It definitely centered the mental health issues in a way that we haven't seen before.
For sure.
I mean, I don't know when we're going to address this, but in my opinion, like this book was not Jewish.
This book was not what?
This was not a Jewish book.
No, he was a Jew, but he even at one point was like, my family's Jewish. I was like, that's the least Jewish thing. The least Jewish way to describe being Jewish is being like, my family's Jewish.
Yes. He didn't even say I am Jewish.
Like, your family's not Jewish. You're a Jew. You're Jewish. You're Jewish. Like, it's a very, very not Jewish thing to say.
Yes, and also the one Jewish thing that happens in the book is incorrect.
Oh yeah, the yahrzeit candle?
Yes, because it says candles. Like, I think that yahrzeit candles are somehow mixed up with Shabbat candles or something.
Oh, interesting. I didn't catch that it was plural.
It's like he lit the yahrzeit candles, and then he was kind of like staring into them, and he said a prayer. Like, I don't think that there's a prayer you say when you light a yahrzeit candle.
Oh, you know what? You're really making me feel like kind of justified and validated, because I was like, I've been doing this wrong.
Oh, no, I think you've been doing it right.
Like, I think about him, but I don't sit. There's not like I haven't recited something.
No, I think you can do whatever you want, but I don't believe that there's a prayer or anything that you do to accompany the
Or
lighting
bracha.
of a yahrzeit candle. I don't think that there's a bracha. And also it's one candle.
That I knew. I didn't realize it was plural in the book, and also I did not realize. I thought maybe I've been doing it wrong, and there's a bracha I've been missing.
I'm almost positive that.
I'm gonna fact check this.
I think that there isn't.
Yeah, no, he's Jewish, but he doesn't even really like this. This book is this book has less Jewish content than any book we've read, I think.
Yes. And
he has a sister that died. He really misses her deeply.
right. Her
And-
dying is kind of what set off his mental like decline, it seemed
Yes,
like.
and her yahrzeit is very meaningful to him, and he misses her deeply, and he has this ritual that he does that he believes to be a
Yes.
Jewish ritual, and he also like describes it as a yahrzeit.
Yes. That's the one, right. He describes it as a yahrzeit and then he does it. I just think it's his own ritual. It's
Right, his
not
own Jewish ritual.
his own version of a Jewish ritual, but that's the only time Judaism comes up in any way.
Right.
And his last name is Friedman.
Right. And he's a therapist with mental health issues.
Right. So he's like every
Super
guy we
Jew.
know. Yeah, exactly. Embrace it, Ben Friedman.
Okay, so Nell has gone through her own trauma. There's so much oversharing in this book.
Yeah.
They're both just like dumping their trauma on each other the whole time and
Yeah.
holding it and like
Yes.
holding space for it.
But they're both so. Well, that's the thing also about this book that I guess I didn't fully get which was like, he seems like, okay, they sort of just like fall in love immediately, and like there's no real conflict in there. Like this is another one of those books where there's no conflict between them. The only conflict is like them each handling their own stuff, but their relationship is always
Right,
great.
they like each other the whole time, but
They
she's
like
like, I can't be in anything, you know.
I have a kid. I don't want to go too quickly. He's like, I'm not well. I don't know if I can handle a relationship. But in terms of their chemistry and what's going on with them, it's all smooth sailing. But his whole connection to her seems to be based on just like how kind and giving and considerate she is during his panic attacks. But it's like, he's a mental health professional. Isn't he surrounded by people who are like that? Like, why is he so surprised by this in her?
Interesting point. Wouldn't he be used to people who are comfortable supporting people through panic attacks?
Yes. Wouldn't that be like everyone he knows? Like,
Yes,
why
but
is
has
that?
he been keeping it a secret?
Yeah, he has been, right. Like, that's the whole thing is, like, for whatever reason, he feels comfortable because he was vulnerable with her. So he feels
Right.
comfortable. But that's not the same thing as her having some unique ability to be comforting.
Right, but the thing about this book is that like they show each other their worst, but like bring out the best in each other. I can't like they really do. Like
Yeah,
they
they seemed
see the
great.
best in each other. Like
No, I bought their chemistry. Like, I was into them as a couple, though
yeah,
I don't know why, to be honest with you.
no, no,
But
no, but they were great. But here's the one thing, like the whole like premise is that like we can't date, so let's just try it out for 3 weeks. But like we're gonna do a trial run. But the thing is like, aren't all relationships a trial run?
right,
Like
that's what
isn't that
dating
what dating
is.
is?
Yeah, totally. I didn't get it. Let's just do a trial run.
Like isn't
What?
that what like that's what dating is? We're gonna go on a couple dates to see how it is.
Yes.
We're either gonna keep dating or we're gonna stop dating.
Right. But that's not like some special arrangement that they invented.
Like all dating, like everything's a trial run.
Yes. Right. So that, like, to propose that to each other, like, here's a grand experiment is so bizarre.
Right.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I guess that's why I was like, I didn't really understand. Like, it's just all talking, and then the book ends. Like, it didn't really, if the sort of plot was supposed to be structured around a trial run, that didn't really seem like such a plot point.
Right. Well, they went on this trial run. It's all good.
Yeah, they're
She's making
dating.
him delicious dinner.
Right.
Then they get hot and heavy.
Their kid
A
loves
plus.
him. The kid loves him. Yeah.
Like kids talking in books or like kid interests in books, like I find irksome. Like it's not nice.
Right.
It's like, do you remember in Jerry Maguire when like that kid was like, "Did you know birds and bees could smell fear?"
Yes,
and
yes,
everyone's
yes.
like, "Jonathan Lipnicki, cutest person in the whole world." By the way, I hope that's his name. I really just pulled that out of nowhere.
I think that's his name. That was
Okay,
impressive.
thank God.
That was really
But it's
impressive.
like that 6-year-old with the lisp, like what a gem. But it's like, okay, Jerry Maguire, like he was charmed by that, but like really, like kids don't talk like that.
And
This kid is
also,
like obsessed with rocks. I don't know.
I think it's also because you're around actual kids all the time.
Yes, in
and
work and in my own house.
you work in your own house, and I mean, I'm not as much, but I have kids that I'm around a lot, and I see their friends, and I feel like most kids are not like this with sort of like a laser focused singular interest at the age
Yes,
of
did you
6.
bring me any rocks?
Where
I
that's
want to
like
talk about geodes. And
that's
like,
all they want to talk about all the time. Like, I don't think those kids, like, maybe a couple of those kids exist, but that's not like the typical kid
right.
where he's like, I only like watching documentaries. That was in this book. The mom's
Yeah.
like, do you want to go see a movie? He's like, I only like documentaries. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I get it. It's supposed to be like an indie kid. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it too.
But it's just, it's,
The kid
again,
has
it's
his own mental health issues. I understand with very specific interests.
maybe it just feels like it's supposed to be like quirky and charming. But again,
Yes.
it feels not, a little not real.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Kids talking in books, like,
Yeah.
are just weird.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
The
'Cause, like-
dialogue, kids' dialogue in books is hard to write. That's really what I'm trying to say. But like I said to start this whole episode, I could never write a book like this. Like, this isn't a feat, and she should be proud. And like, I could never. It's like hundreds and hundreds of pages of this relationship. Plus, that relationship is like compelling and sexy, and
Totally.
you know, it's like there's so much to be proud of. But it's like writing kids' dialogue is very, very hard. It's not believable. It's hard, and but maybe because I'm around kids so many hours a day, I don't like reading it.
I guess
Kids
it's just
talking
also like,
about rock collections.
it's hard to make a kid such an active character in a book that's all adults. Also, like, I think a
Right.
real kid would just be like, all right, my mom has a friend, whatever, I'm gonna go do my own thing. Like, I don't know. I
Right.
don't think a real kid would be so engaged.
Right. But
so
you know,
quickly.
he wanted him as a father figure, and
Yeah,
he
I
was
get
scratching
it.
that itch.
Yeah, trial run. The whole thing seems very accelerated, I guess, is the point. Maybe that.
Oh, yes. Because also it resolved very quickly. Like it was revealed to his whole community and to the world that he has mental health issues, that like the founder of the well space and blah blah blah, the author of this book and that book, is all this stuff. That was revealed in a newspaper article. His like world came crumbling around him. The
Right.
trial run had to end. He was done.
Right.
Then 2 seconds later he was talking to his colleague. I love you, love her, your face softens when you talk to her, boom, they're back together. I don't know, I mean, it felt very fast.
The whole thing was like basically the trial run was 3 weeks, which is, I think, was just an arbitrary amount of time. By the end of the 3 weeks, they were like madly in love with each other, like full on both.
Yes, with a breakup in the middle, though, is what I'm saying.
With a breakup in the middle, and then like a grand gesture, like a few days later, where he like hires the landscaping company that she works for to like redo the lawn of her rental house to make it like the beautiful garden that she always wanted to create, but she dropped out of college. Meanwhile, do you need to go to college to be a landscaper? I don't know that.
I don't know.
Wasn't really following that, but she dropped out of college and like left her dream behind, and he did this grand gesture where he had her lawn redone. And then
Mal, I have to interrupt us.
What?
For our Jonathan segment, because Jonathan just texted me and
oh
it's
my
about
God.
you.
Oh, what?
Okay. My parents just saw a documentary about Vineland featuring Malya and William, and my mom wants to know William's dad's name.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, we were in that documentary. That's cool. That's cool that they saw it. William's dad's name's Barry.
So you're live?
We're live.
You're live on air.
I feel comfortable sharing that.
You're live on air. Okay, great.
But that's nice. Yeah, that was a good thanks. Thanks, Jonathan.
Yeah.
I forget about his Vineland connection. Vineland's the town in South New Jersey that William's family's from, and Jonathan's family's also from there.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh,
He wrote, okay, that makes sense in quotes.
his name makes sense. That's funny.
Yeah.
I was saying also, I think what was funny to me, here's what I wanted though, in terms of the plot, that I wonder why the author made this choice, which is that, so Ben started this therapy practice, the Well Space, and he has a business partner who's a woman, Vanessa, who started the whole therapy practice with him. And periodically throughout this whole thing, Vanessa's like, Ben, something's wrong. You haven't been here in a long time. We're losing clients. Ben, tell me what's wrong. Open up to me. I'm your friend. I'm your partner. And
yes, I'm nodding, but people can't see that because this is audio. Yes, Vanessa.
The whole time I was like, has there ever been anything between him and Vanessa? Because they kept it so platonic, like she was just a friend that he was shutting out, but I felt like it could have added a little spice to the plot if Vanessa was like an ex-flame. Maybe she's trying to get back together with him. Maybe she's something. I don't know. It felt like that was an unexplored.
Interesting. I'm wondering if Vanessa will be in book 2.
Right, because he did also say that Vanessa like has poured her whole emotional life into the Well Space, and as a result, like can't keep a relationship herself. Like she's, married to her work. So maybe maybe that will be explored further.
Okay, ARC signups open for book 2, couples session, the Well Space book 2.
Oh.
If we'd like to read it. Oh my God, it's about couples counselor Vanessa. Hot damn.
Look at us. Look at us. Right. She's always the couples counselor, never the couple. One part.
Oh my God, and there's the another character, and it's Noah Green. So we have another Jewish guy.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Maybe this guy
Let's see what that Jewish guy will do.
Right, if anything.
It's maybe something.
Right. You never know. One thing that I just also thought was funny is that like there was this one moment where I guess Ben is telling Vanessa about his relationship with Nell and how great she is now. He just feels good when he's around her, the stuff you were saying. And Vanessa's like, maybe it's because you're so busy helping others and being in control, and she's the one who finally saw you out of control. And then he's like, wow, she was almost too good of a therapist. And I was like, really? Is that the insight that pushed it over the edge?
Ben, you're an award-winning therapist, a bestseller. You've been on Oprah.
Right, like that realization like really did it for you.
Wow. It's good he has her. I can't wait to read her book, though.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear more about her. She was I wanted more of her. I guess that's the point. So great, we're going to get more.
Okay, it comes out July 8th.
Oh, soon. Great.
Can I read you the description?
Of course.
Um, snowed in with her ex. Oh, another snowed in book.
What?
Had one more chance to work it out. Couples counselor Vanessa never met a relationship problem she couldn't solve, except for her own recent breakup. She'd been so sure Noah was the one, but after he ghosted her without an explanation, she's completely moved on. She's even starting a new relationship podcast so she can help others avoid her mistakes. I love when podcasts are in books.
It's great.
But a snowstorm leaves her stranded at work the night before Valentine's Day, and the last person she wants to see shows up to tow her car. Noah Green is the king of awkward conversation. After a lifetime of putting his foot in his mouth, he mostly stays quiet and works with his hands. Works with his hands. Sorry, that was me repeating that. Managing his family's appliance repair shop. He never really opened up to anyone before until he met the woman of his dreams and then lost her a few months later. If Vanessa knew about the family problems that made him break up with her, she'd never want him back anyway. When Noah crashes his truck in the clinic parking lot, forcing them to spend the night together, their scorching chemistry reignites by morning. A fragile truce leads them to try dating again, all while pretending to be just friends around Noah's broken family. But family problems are harder to fix than appliances, and in the meantime, their fake not dating starts to feel a lot like the real thing. Okay, again, Noah Green does not sound that Jewish. His
No.
name is.
Right.
This would be an unusual family business.
Appliance repair?
Mm-hmm.
Also, why is he towing her car? Is a car an appliance?
Yeah, maybe he's a maybe he's a mechanic.
But it, what?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm listen. I have questions already, so I guess that's good. Right.
Jonathan's texting a lot of texts. I can't manage them while we're recording, but
think
there is something about William's grandfather, Harry.
Yeah, Harry, of course, the judge.
Um,
Everyone knows Harry.
Trying to explain to Jonathan the geography of where his house was in relation to the cemetery.
Oh my God.
And now.
Okay, this is a lot. Who is trying to explain?
She goes, and also just said, is Malya a lawyer? She's very poised and speaks like a lawyer.
Oh.
A Jewish nursing home has its own lawyers to address elder abuse?
Oh
That's
my
impressive.
God. Wow. That's my whole bio here. It's really funny.
I'm really glad that he's texting at this exact moment.
Listen, what does he want to know? I can tell him the geography of the house. The cemetery is right next door to our house.
No. I think his mom's quite clear on that. She's trying to explain to him.
Oh, she's explaining to him. I see.
Yeah.
Right. I know they visit the cemetery regularly. He told me.
Yeah. She's suggesting a family trip.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. They should come
Yeah.
when we're there. That would be so fun.
Yeah. He hasn't. Doesn't seem like he's agreed to it, but right now his mom's currently.
Oh no, the
pitching that to
family
him.
trip to the cemetery in South Jersey hasn't hooked him. Shocked by that. It's so funny because that documentary was filmed when I literally had just had a baby, like maybe 2 weeks before, and I feel like I was not poised and just looked like a postpartum lunatic. So I'm glad
You know
that
what? You were poised. It sounds like.
I'm glad that that's how it came off because that's not how it felt.
Yep. So trial run.
I mean,
They end up together.
they end up together.
The chemistry's hot. Their hearts are healed.
Right. I mean, the age gap thing, it just seemed pretty I don't know. It didn't seem so remarkable. It was
No.
just sort of like, seemed pretty like traditional. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
No, it didn't catch it.
right.
It wasn't an added component.
Right. I think it was really, and I liked that his sister who had died had some kind of genetic disorder where she also had like disabilities and he really loved her. I mean, not
She had
despite.
Prader-Willi syndrome, which I did a project on in undergrad.
Oh wow. Oh okay.
Yeah,
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, she had she had Prader-Willi syndrome and had a lot of disabilities
Right.
and special needs, and they were very, very close.
Right. Yeah, so I liked the message of the book and how, like, we live full lives because of these things, not in spite of them.
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
That was really nice. So I feel like we haven't seen that in a romance novel, so I appreciated that.
Yeah, it's true. I also think that the way that she was present for him during his panic attacks and the way that she was present for him, she was like, she was really there for him and very concerned.
Yeah,
Like,
she seemed great. She was a very like just a loving, good, caring person.
right, because I think the one thing that we didn't mention is that she convinced him to go on the deliveries with her.
Yes, yes, it's like
And
a
that's what got him out of the
strategy, right,
house.
to get out of the house. Yes, exactly.
So he was like going on flower errands with her.
Right. She also has her own kind of like hard luck story where she was in an abusive relationship, her mom died, then the abusive husband like convinced her to drop out of college, then abandoned her and her kid.
Yes.
So she's also very wounded and I guess it's like I think what I liked about this book was that in a way it was almost like it had all the elements of what I imagine like a very typical romance novel would have. Like a successful man, a little older, falls for like this young kind of like, you know, wounded woman, kind of sweeps her off her feet, the grand gesture. He's kind of like the savior. But then it has this added kind of indie element of the mental health stuff that kind of makes it feel more modern and quirky.
But she saved him.
Right. That's what I'm saying is like it, but in a material sort of like way, he saved her. Like she was.
Yes.
They saved each other. I guess
They
was
saved
the
each
point.
other.
Right.
They saved each other.
Right. So it was kind of like taking that trope and like kind of like disrupting it a little bit.
Yes.
So that was cool.
Yeah. This book was definitely like, I think for romance readers, like this would be something different and unique.
Yeah. I yeah. I found it a fun read.
I'm very curious now about Vanessa and Noah Green.
I'm really curious if there's going to be anything more Jewish in this book.
Yeah, I'm curious about that also. Okay, because he definitely has a Jewish family.
Noah Green, I would think.
100%. Noah
yeah.
Green's Jewish.
But I'm saying, are they going to reference that in any explicit way?
I'm curious.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm signing up for the ARC list.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so check it out, and a bunch more books in this series seem to be coming out. So check out the next ones too, and that one's coming out July 8th. But we will, yeah, we're gonna hopefully get an advanced reader copy and check it out. Mal, I have a suggestion for our next book.
Okay, great.
I'm trying to find the description. This is unlike anything we've read.
Oh.
There's a author that goes by, I think, Kitty Kanish.
Okay. What?
And there's a book of short stories that she wrote.
Uh-huh.
Called Thong of Thongs.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
this is real, and I'm trying to find the description.
I can't believe this. Thong
That
of
I know.
thongs? You've got to be kidding.
Thong of Thongs. Now, for those who might not know, this is a pun in reference to a Jewish book.
A book of the Bible. A Jewish book.
Well, no, Jewish. I don't mean a Jewish book like a Jewish fiction book. I mean a book, Torah.
Yes, Torah, yes.
Wait, hold on. Let me find you the description. I cannot. 69 sexy Jewish stories. Thong of Thongs.
Oh, wow. 69.
Yeah. And it's her debut, Kitty Kanish's debut. Thong of Thongs is the lovely Kitty Kanish's debut collection of 69 sexy Jewish stories showcasing Jewish humor at its finest, equal parts kosher and dirty, romantic and raunchy fun. Adam, Eve, and the Trouser Snake, Streaking at a Kibbutz, Freud's Introduction to Submission. These are only a few of the hilarious, scandalous tales found inside. Laugh your tuchus off as the chosen people enjoy their bondage with a side of bagels and lox. Warning, while there is something in this collection for everyone, not every story is for everyone. So please approach this book with an open mind before you unzip your pants. No kvetching here, and you've been warned. Kitty Kanish is the author of Jewish erotica, equal parts kosher and raunchy. Come explore sex and love the oy vey way. Heart emoji, Jewish star emoji, 18 plus, not safe for work. You can follow her on Kitty Kanish.
Wow.
I think we must.
Amazing. I can't believe we never saw this before. This is incredible.
I know. I discovered it today. I didn't tell you about it because I wanted to reveal this for the first time to you on the podcast. And that is why I'm saying I think Daniela could take part because she doesn't have to read all 69 short stories. It's called Thong of Thongs. The author's named Kitty Kanish. If there's anything Daniela can read with us, it's this.
Agreed.
This is a fun collection of brief erotic vignettes, often funny, sometimes surreal, always sexy, and occasionally utterly filthy, all the while poking fun at religious figures and historical celebrities. Each story works as a short sketch, playing on a single idea, so it doesn't have time to expand on character, but there's plenty of memorable naughtiness here.
Amazing. Sounds great. Good find.
Yeah.
Wow. How'd you find this?
Oh, I don't know. I was just looking on lists, and it just popped out at me.
Amazing.
Thong of Thongs.
Love it. I can't wait.
Can't believe William didn't come up with that.
That is a missed opportunity. By the way, I saw Jean Meltzer starting to do sneak peeks of her June box.
Oh, was that the next one?
That's the next one.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We're waiting patiently.
Yep, we're here.
Oh, that's good.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Thong of Thongs is next. It's like $1 on Kindle.
Amazing.
And there's also a paperback version.
Great.
And Kitty Kanish has written other books too.
Oh my God. Are they also Jewish and erotic?
Let me find out. Or maybe we'll have to do that on the next episode.
Yeah, we can do a deeper dive into Kitty Kanish.
I wonder who she is.
Right. Is she anonymous?
I mean, I would have to find out. Kitty Kanish, books biography, latest update. The Shocking Adventures of Jewish Lightning.
Okay.
Thong of Thongs. Yeah, those are the two.
Okay.
Wow.
Great.
Look at the look at the cover of Thong of Thongs.
Oh my God.
It's a it's a tush and a thong.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a tramp stamp above on the waistline.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Star of David, and then there's a heart right by her butthole that says adults only.
Great.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Almost makes me want to buy the paperback, to be honest.
I literally was thinking this might be one of the only times because I might want to keep this one.
This seems like good memorabilia. Wonder if they had this at the Boston romance novel bookstore.
Kitty Kanish, I'm trying to find her, but I don't know if she's online. She seems like she would be online.
Right. Why would you have a name Kitty Kanish and then not be online?
Kitty Kanish, where are you? I don't know. There's a Kanish kitty, but I think that actually might just be a cat.
Like a pet Instagram?
Yeah, just like a cat. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, well, if you're reading along with us, check out Thong of Thongs.
Yes, please.
We're not going to go over all 69 stories, but we'll read them.
Yeah. We'll give a sampling.
Yeah, we'll give a sampling, and I think our next episode may have a special guest.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
All
Not
right.
guaranteed.
Listen, with Danielle, I don't think it can be a
Not
guarantee,
guaranteed.
but we're going to do what we can.
We'll do what we can, but
We'll be here talking about Thong
we'll
of
definitely
Thongs.
be
That's what we can guarantee.
yeah, there might be some text from Jonathan and his mom.
Right. I might be supplying genealogies, directions about cemeteries. You never know what you're going to get here.
Oh, this was fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Oh, wait, we didn't say anything about sponsorship or anything. Okay.
What I meant was this was fun. And Hanukkah Erotica is produced by William Levine.
Yep.
Brought to you by Newish Traditions. Who sells Hanukkah Pong? Available at newishtraditions.com. 20% off with promo code Hanukkah Erotica, HANUKKAHEROTICA.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night.